noticing, guys, the accusation of violence, the F word. Suppose I mention hello Putin and change it to hello you fucking Putin. Does it change anything? If it's fucking sort of, or whether that sort of becomes balanced. I could sing a song with that word. Oh, can you, and whether, fuckity, motherfuckers, fucks, Mark Farland, fuckity, and fuckson. You can check fuckity guy on television tonight. And so, whether also the next ones, and sort of the lyrics of which, and whether contents of which is, and whether contents of which sort of not provide enough. By mentioning less of the passive-aggressive model, and whether the public is an associated model, it doesn't add more aggression to it. It adds more the opposite, and whether it adds more the straight, it adds more policies, whether it adds more peace towards, and whether it adds more betterness, and whether positiveness to it. Recently, there's sort of a bit replacement, whether instead of putting the whether with and whether of the weather there, whether also supplying and whether supply onto which, and whether minor rather reason derivative, and whether also whether minor instead of reason derivative of proper to suitable of, whether reason and whether first and whether to proper of which and whether to proper of the proper of the and whether reason to and whether reason there and whether reason of and whether reason thereof and whether reason thereof and whether reason of the proper of to suitable of, and whether it's proper of to also and whether it's proper of to could be of, and whether reason to proper of to also to could be of, and whether it's proper of to could be of to proper of to also suitable of, and whether it's proper of to also to could be of to proper of which, and whether it's proper of to also to could be for whether reason there it's proper of to could be of, and whether it's proper of to also to could be of reason there for a bit of a whether, and whether reason there for a bit of my repeat proper to whether it's proper of to could be of, and whether it's proper of to could be of, and whether reason whether minor we put out the and whether it's proper of to could be of. The straightest line is sort of not just whether the right course, so whether the most straight, whether the most forward road to progress, whether the most progressive, whether the most forward progress, whether the most forward road to progress, whether reason just, and whether reason and whether reason there just, and whether reason there, or whether reason there, and whether reason there, whether reason there, and whether reason and whether reason the forward, or whether reason not, whether reason there, and whether reason there, and whether the most forward road of progress, and whether the most forward road, whether reason the forward road there, and whether the reason and whether the most forward, and whether reason the most forward road it's not all straight sort of front arrows, not the forward arrows, so whether forward direction, so there's some goes back. Suppose the other medium sort of on the text pad, or whether on some paint, whether reason the application, namely paint of sort of with that, and whether per se illustration of the proper to more suitable, and whether it's also whether it's proper if it's also good. A reason there of freeze, and whether several freeze, and whether reason there are several freezes, and whether reason there are just, and whether reason there are several freezes, and whether freezes, and whether reason there and whether several freezes, and whether freezes, and whether reason there several freezes, whether freezes there to proper to, whether reason there freeze, and whether freezes there to proper, and whether reason there from and continues from, whether reason and whether continues from, and whether from, and whether reason there and whether continues from, or whether reason there and whether reason several, and whether reasons and whether several freezes of freeze, and whether freezes of with, and whether variant versions of the proper of what is suitable of, and whether the proper of also to could be of, and whether the proper of, and whether reason to proper of, and whether reason and whether the proper of to could be of, and whether efforts of the proper of to which, and whether the proper of which, and whether the proper of to also suitable of, to proper, and whether reason to and the proper of to also to could be of, and whether the proper of to could be of. Reason there sort of and whether or whether comma symbol whether just whether or it's probable whether reason there and or it's probable which and whether reason each and whether it's probable if also suitable from whether it's probable if also to be the probable for which and whether it's probable for whether reason there just whether it's probable to probable for which reason thereof it's probable to also to be of and whether it's whether reason and whether it's probable to also to be of to probable if it's also whether reason there is and whether instead it's probable to could be of to probable reason sort of the whole package whether larger package of the probable whether reason there just whether to probable if it's also to could be of to probable to could be and whether reason and whether reason there and whether reason whether of whether reason there of whether reason there and whether reason there of whether reason there and whether reason of to probable of to could be of and whether reason there and whether reason there of whether reason there and whether reason of and whether reason there just whether reason there starts and whether there of whether reason there starts and whether reason there began at whether reason there and began of whether reason there and whether reason there another whether reason there and began and whether reason there at start of and whether it's probable to could be of